Hey everybody, I think Nathan Wade might have gotten himself in a bit of a pickle due to some newly discovered anyway, extracurricular activities. I'm not talking about his old pickle and his old extracurricular activities. This is new. In September of 2025, we know that Nathan filed a lawsuit for violation of privacy against AT&T. There's some hilarious allegations about what an amazing human Nathan Wade is in this complaint. I did a prior video on that. I'll try to link it below so you can go look at it if you want to. But all I want to look at today is just one line. This is one line in the complaint that he has filed in federal court suing AT&T. It says that when he was asked in 2021 to take over the prosecution and the investigation of Donald Trump and his co-defendants, Nathan Wade, quote, agreed to put aside his successful private law practice, close quote. It's right there in black and white. That means he is telling the federal court that he stopped working as a private lawyer when he took over the prosecution of Donald Trump. So from February, roughly February of 2021, all the way to March of 2024, when Nathan Wade resigned as the special prosecutor, that would mean that he never acted as a private lawyer anywhere. Over the weekend, I decided to do a brief Google, and that lovely Google search showed me that I think he was actually having some extracurricular activities as a private lawyer, and I'm not even sure his lawyers who filed this complaint know that this is true, because I don't think they would have put that line in there had they known this. Do I have proof? Yes, I do. Let's look at it. First, we have this, a motion for contempt. This was filed in Superior Court of Fulton County on October 14th of 2021, so many months after he started as a special prosecutor. And this is filed in the very same court where they were prosecuting Donald Trump. And he was acting as this person's private lawyer. As we can see here, he signed this complaint, or this motion for contempt. Now, let's ask ourselves, do we think that Fani Willis even knew that Nathan was cheating on her by still having some extracurricular activities as a private lawyer? I don't know. But here's what's interesting. When Nathan filed this motion for contempt for his client, he created an exhibit, which was a prior pleading from this divorce case. And at the bottom of that exhibit, this person's former lawyer had signed it. Who was the former lawyer? That's right, Fani Willis herself. For a hot minute, Fani Willis was a private lawyer before she became district attorney of Fulton County. So I guess we're just going to have to chalk it up to coincidence that someone who used to have Fani Willis as their lawyer just coincidentally hired Nathan Wade in October of 2021 to file this motion for contempt. And there's no way Fani Willis could have known about that. Just a coincidence. But is that it? Was that the only time that Nathan Wade acted as a private lawyer, even though he was telling or is telling the Northern District of Georgia that he had given up his private law practice? Nope. Let's move now to the Superior Court of Cherokee County in December of 2022. And here we have Nathan Wade acting as a private lawyer in filing this complaint for divorce. It's right here in black and white. He didn't sign it or date it. Well, we all make those mistakes. But yep, filed in the Superior Court of Cherokee County. Is that it? Nope. Let's move forward from there. We have in the Superior Court of DeKalb County, not one, but two notice of substitution of counsel in two separate cases. In both these cases, Nathan agreed to take over from another lawyer and act as this particular plaintiff's private counsel. So that means that he is continuing to work as private counsel while he is the prosecutor in the Donald Trump case, even though he is telling the Northern District of Georgia, I gave all that up. But wait, there's more. Now let's move forward to the State Court of Fulton County. This is in July of 2023, where he acted as someone's personal injury lawyer in a complaint filed in the State Court of Fulton County. Now, why does it matter that this is July of 2023? Well, not only is this during the time period where he told or is telling the federal district court that he wasn't acting as a private lawyer, but it's just a month before the indictment came down against Trump and his co-defendants. You would think that Nathan would have been super busy earning that $770,000 that he was paid by county funds. But no, he was still acting as a private lawyer. But what's even funnier about all of that is a very short time later, in October of 2023, that client fired her private lawyer, Nathan Wade, as we can see here, that he was terminated as her legal counsel. So short but sweet relationship between him and that client. Was that the end of his extracurricular activities while the prosecutor of Donald Trump? No, it was not. Let's move ahead yet again to November 9th of 2023 in the state court of Gwinnett County, where another personal injury suit was filed, and the private lawyer for that person filing the personal injury suit was indeed Nathan Wade himself. Now, are there more instances of Nathan acting as a private lawyer while he was acting as the prosecutor against Donald Trump? Quite possibly. I don't know. That was like a 5-minute Google search for me over the weekend to find those. So it does make me feel kind of bad for his his injury lawyers in his suit against AT&T, because I don't think they would have included this line in a complaint had they known that he had been so busy acting as a private lawyer during this time. But here's my final thought, and let me know what you think about this. If you're going to sue AT&T, and you know AT&T is going to have King & Spalding, a phenomenal law firm here in Atlanta, responding to it, wouldn't you make sure you crossed your T's and dotted your I's before you made an allegation like saying he had given up his private practice to prosecute the president? Well, I would add to that, if you're going to prosecute the president, wouldn't you make sure to cross your T's, dot your I's, and not shtup the district attorney while prosecuting? It just seems like sloppy mistake after sloppy mistake. So Nathan's just seems to keep getting himself in a pickle over his extracurricular activities. That's all for now. I'll keep you updated.